Welcome in. Greg Gruff and Ava Cathey joins us. And Ava is one of those people that causes us trouble because she wasn't on the varsity roster at the beginning of the season and then played and convinced the coaching staff that she was a varsity player. And then it caused us a whole lot of work after the season started. And we're happy to do it, quite frankly. But the story doesn't end there. Like, we get you in and you make varsity, and then what had happened?
Well, a few practices in, I've always, I was on JV 1st, and then I moved up. So I always had, a weird pain in my hamstring, and then I guess a few practices in, it hurt worse. So I ended up going to the doctor. They said it was nothing, severe, just rest it. And then I get back 2 practices in, I hurt my foot then. And it was something with my 5th metatarsal bone, and then I ended up just having to heal that as well. I chose not to get an injection, but...
Yeah.
Here we are.
But did you not play in a road game maybe?
I did. I played in
there early on.
2 games for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Because everybody, they said, hey, we're moving Ava up.
Right.
So we did everything, and then I saw you in a couple of box scores, but I think it was on the road.
Yeah.
And then I'm not seeing you. I'm thinking, well, where did she go? And so I find out that the injury. So talk about going through that, because you had to be really excited that you got. I mean, that's quite an honor. It doesn't happen all the time.
Right.
And then you get up there, and then the disappointment. So how did you work through that?
Well, I went in here just gonna go out and just play my game, hoping they see something and I could play a lot, and then ending up getting hurt, which was really heartbreaking for me because in high school I would play through every injury.
Yeah.
So the fact that I had to sit out was just so hard because I cannot sit and watch. But I just took that and just used it to encourage me for next year and just try and better myself while sitting.
You talk about high school. You're from Kingston Springs, which I told you I have a friend who lived there, and I got to go there quite a bit. I love that area. I love driving around the roads, and just it reminds me of where I grew up in Missouri. Just windy roads, and nobody knows how to get through them. You get lost. You know where you're going, and you still get lost. But it's so beautiful back in there and everything, and really a lot of good people up there. So I asked, what's your favorite restaurant? And one of the restaurants that I was familiar with going there, and it's been a while since I've been there, is closed. But you said there's a Mexican restaurant, and then what was the other one?
Sky King. It's just a pizza place.
Yeah.
But
those are the best. For me, those are the best places.
Yeah.
Because they got to have good food, or they're going to shut down.
There's literally nothing else out there.
Yes. And every small town in Tennessee has at least one really good Mexican restaurant too. So it's the go-to. So is there anything else to do in Kingston Springs in your mind? Update me.
I mean, there's some hiking trails,
Yeah.
but other than that, there's literally nothing to do.
If you don't like the outdoors,
Right,
that's probably
nothing.
not the place for you.
No.
So where did you go? Where did y'all go, high school students? You went to Harpeth, right? So where does people that go to Harpeth go to hang out on Friday night or the weekend?
Usually there's just a Sonic everybody goes sits at and just hangs outside and just talks for hours.
Yeah. That's pretty much that's where I grew up, but that was in Missouri. So what's your plan now? You got to varsity in end of the year's coming up here. So what's your plan off season? How do you handle that to prepare for next year?
Well, I really need to focus on my schoolwork, so definitely that. I'll probably do some training with my old high school coaches and stuff, and just, I don't know. I have a bunch of stuff I need to work on, especially ball handling and stuff, so I'll do that and just get my mind right for next year.
What have you learned in the time that you have been on varsity and watching the other games and playing, stuff like that, the minutes that you've gotten? What have you learned the most about during that time?
It's a big difference. It's a big change. It's definitely really hard to get used to, but I've enjoyed it, all the difficult tasks and everything.
The speed of the game seems like that's the thing that people talk about, and the fact that everybody on the team is good. There's no bad teams, especially in this conference that we've been in. But the speed of the game is something, and there's a lot of pressing. It seems like in this league.
Oh yeah,
and
it's fast.
In your role, you got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Well, we got more Trevecca basketball coming up. Ava Cathey and the Trojans going at it next here in the second half. You're watching Trevecca basketball on Flow College.